Joe, what's going on, man?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm winning, man. How about
All right.
yourself?
I love it. Yeah, everything's good, man. It's warm here in Kansas City. We're ready to go.
Nice, nice. I've never been to Kansas City. I do want to go though,
Oh,
one
cool.
day.
Yeah, you should, man. It's one of those places that's kind of a secret gem. When people get here, they're like, "Man, I love that place." Where you coming out of?
I'm in Long Island, New York, born and raised.
Okay, my dad was born in Brooklyn, raised in Babylon, Massapequa.
Oh yeah, yeah, not too far from me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
He uh he got in the military to see the world, got stationed at Richards Gebauer out here and got stuck. So every time people hear the last name Dimino, they're like, how the hell did a Dimino end up in Kansas City? And I'm like, my dad, it's just how it worked. But I loved it up there. My aunt and uncle owned a pastry shop called Severoli. And, being here in Kansas City, we don't get the accent, the fast talks, the colorful stories. So when I went up there, it was around the time the whole Joey Buttafuoco thing was going on. So my uncle Rico would get back there in the back of the pastry shop with all those guys, and there were that. I saw that motherfucker out watering his lawn the other day, and they're just going on and on. It was great. I loved it. Just I could sit there. I wish I would have recorded their conversations because it was just pure comedy.
Oh yeah, you should have. Yeah, just for the content overall for
Yeah.
everybody to see. 100%.
Absolutely. Well, Nick, it's great to meet you. Thank you for taking a minute out today. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me on. It's a total honor to be here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And before we get into your life as a fitness coach, I want to know, how did you survive COVID? That was quite a time period for all of us, that 3-year window. How did you get through it? And how has it changed the way that you do things now?
I mean, honestly, it goes into my story of how I even started my fitness coaching business overall. So at the time of COVID, I was going through a lot of things as well, just from the isolation that we were going through. And I just pretty much dropped out of college and I was lost. So I needed to find something that I had to do. So what I did first was work on myself. I started to just work on my physique, get in shape. And then I started posting on TikTok. And then I started to grow an audience on there. And I was like, okay, I can make this like a business for myself. So then I actually turned it into a business. At first, I was just gaining the following over a period of time. And then I said, okay, I'm going to turn this into like a LLC, make this really official. And then ever since then, I've started my fitness coaching business ever since. So, I mean, I in that time period, I will say, like, it wasn't just sunshine and rainbows for myself. Like, I definitely did go through a lot of stuff. Like, I went through depression, just feeling just sad, miserable with everything going on. I wasn't able to see my family as much. I wasn't able to, friends as well, like just to be able to go to their house, even anything like that. So it did put me in that state, but I made best with what I could out of that situation, and definitely was my business was a big plus for myself.
So when you were a kid, say in the third grade, what did you want to be when you grew up? What was your dream?
For me in the third grade, that's an interesting question. It was a lot of things. My mind was so scattered when I was younger. I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be uh the EMT guy. I remember I wanted to be a police officer at that time. I wanted to do it all. Like that's how I've always been. I always been the type of guy that just wants to just do it all. Like hand it to me and I'll take care of it. So it was a mix of things. It wasn't just one thing if I remember from all the way back then.
So talk to me a little bit about growing up. Like, what were some of the seeds that were planted into you to become who you are, to get interested in fitness and to want to help people now in your life?
Yeah, 100%. So for me, growing up, I was chasing a dream to get to the NBA. That was me. I literally would practice all day in the street, all these basketball drills, shooting hoops, in the hot blazing sun here in New York, every freaking day, 8 hours a day. The neighbors knew everybody. The whole neighborhood knew who I was. They would hear bong, 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 like all day. So that developed a lot of discipline in myself at a very young age. So ever since then, my habits were able to develop over, just from such a young age to now. And I was trying to do the whole macros and eating better and eating healthier as well. I always loved vegetables and fruits over even just like cake and whatnot. Shout out to my parents. They always made sure that I was eating vegetables and fruit over, pastries and donuts at a very young age as well. So it really helped with everything that I do now. And it's a blessing. So I got to thank my parents and then also myself at a very young age that I was able to develop those habits just from basketball and incorporate into what I do now.
So who's been kind of a hero or a role model for you in your life?
There's a lot. There's a lot. But if I had to say one at this very moment, definitely Wes Watson. He's my current mentor and coach. He has helped me for so long, over 6 months alone. Like I was going through a lot recently with my business, just with past coaches that I encountered. And he has been there, like he does not miss. And that has inspired me so much with everything that he does. So it inspired me to say, hey, just be a man of your word and just never settle like for anything and never be satisfied. And just keep showing up every single day, regardless. Like that non-negotiable daily process, I've just applied to my own life. So definitely Wes Watson, 100%. He has inspired me thousandfold.
So for all the people that exist on the planet, if you could meet one person and spend some time with them, who would it be?
Oh man, can I say myself?
There you go. Do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would say myself. Like honestly, I mean, I love people. I'm very friendly. A lot of people say I'm very friendly. I have a very charming attitude, but like I like spending time by myself. I like to be alone. I like to be in my own presence. I like where my thoughts are so deep and I can really hear like the higher power, that consciousness of like, hey, Nick, you got to go do this. Like, I like being in that presence because I know sometimes when I'm with people, I can't hear that voice 100% or can't guide me in the right direction. So honestly, it's just like being by myself and being along this journey that I'm on right now. Like that's who I would be at this very moment. That would be my answer for that one.
So what is it every day that gets you up and going and that fuels you and motivates you to accomplish what your vision is, to do the things that you do?
It's not about me. That's what I've realized is that it's not about me. It's about being that peace offering to the world. So I'm doing everything that I do now. I post on my Instagram story every single day. It's an early morning wake up, then it goes into my breakfast and then into my workout, and then a whole bunch of other daily processes that I have to get done, like macros, like my diet, showing my meals, and getting on camera and saying like, "Hey guys, like you guys got to get after it today." All these things, just for example. And I once I started to make it not about me, because that's what I used to do, I really realized that that made me say, hey, this is really not about you. This is to inspire and lead by example. Be that leader, the dude, that badass dude to lead by example for the people so they know, like, hey, Nick's doing it. He's not missing. He's getting after it. He's in the gym every single day. I see him on his story every single day. And I'm missing out here. God damn. I got to get on Nick's wavelength. I got to be like Nick. He's shredded. Oh man, I got a gut right now. Damn, I got to get this for myself. So it's not about me though. Like I just inspired to the point, like I don't care. Like it's just I do it just so on repeat that it's just become second habit that I don't care about myself anymore. It's for the people. It's not about me. Because then I'm being so selfish. I got to
Yeah.
be selfless to help so many people out here.
So when you get to the end of that proverbial day, how do you quantify a good day? How do you look back and say that day worked for me?
Fatigue is your best pillow. So when I hit the sack, I'm just sleeping. Every time I lay on the couch, I want to fall asleep because I'm so tired. Like if I'm hanging out with my parents or whatnot, or I'm just tired from the day and I sit on that couch, man, I am just exhausted. I start to fall asleep, or if it's in my bed, I try not to use my bed like throughout the day or anything to go sit on, only for waking up and then going to bed, like right before. But yeah, that fatigue, that's how I know, like, oh, it was a satisfying day. I did everything I possibly could. And that happens literally like 7 times a week for me, for the most
So,
part. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So what's been the best client success story you've had so far?
Mm, I would say I have my dad on my team, and he has been killing it. This has been since September of last year, 2022, and to now he has dropped over 45 pounds, and he looks so different. Like, if you put the two pictures of like his face, they look like two different people. Even just his body is shaping at this current moment. Like, it's such a major difference. His mindset as well has been tapped in. He stopped smoking as a result of starting the program. He had a heavy 2 pack a day addiction to cigarettes. So he quit that once we started, and then limited his drinking and alcohol intake and bad food, junk food. He hasn't had, I think he's had 1 or 2 cheat meals since being on the program. He just doesn't want it. Like, that's what he tells me. And that makes me so proud that I'm serving him and helping him to be his absolute best, because I don't have any of that, for the most part. And it's just cool to see, because we do currently live together, and he's always like, yo, like, what, the macros, they're fire today. Look at this, you know what I'm saying? And it's a really cool thing to see actually in person, even though everything I do is online. So it's a really cool win to say.
Yeah, for sure. So, with everything just starting up, what's your vision? Let's say we talk in 5 years from now. What do you want to see develop and happen for you?
Definitely me actually moving out of my parents, I would say. And then also is moving down to Miami, having my own place, making 50K to 100K a month with my business, and just living life, having a girlfriend as well that just supports me and is loyal. That's another big thing. And then, I like my cars. I have having my cars, my Kia Stinger I would like, and then my Lamborghini Aventador that I would like, black color specifically.
Yeah,
So that's my vision. And then also just my circle as well. Like, really having more winners in my circle is another big thing. A lot of just top people in the circle as well. Just being on that same wavelength. That's where I would be in the next 5 years, and having just a even better mindset of where I'm at currently as well overall.
for sure. So everyone out there has a perception of you, family, friends, clients, but you live your life. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
Man, I just think I'm the best me. Like, I just think I'm the best me living right now, because I know me a couple of years ago in my teen years and even my early 20s. I'm about to be 23 next week. And just in 11 months of just addictions and getting through just anxiety, depression, all these low level disorders that were messing me up for many years. And I finally found the source of how all this works. So just sticking to my word, leading by example, and just being the best me every single day, and not making about me, but making it for the world, has just taught me the just making the best me possible is the answer for that. Like, that's what I personally believe and think is right for me.
For sure. So Nick, if anybody wants to hire you out there, learn more about you, what you do, how do they do that?
Yeah, so they can contact me at Instagram, Nick Drivas Fit, NickDrivas, and then the word fit. You can do that on Instagram, TikTok, and then I have YouTube as well. You can just DM me. I have it in my bio, but you can DM me the word savage, and I'll get you on the coaching. I send over the program and how it works, prices and whatnot, and we'll get you on the team just from doing it in the DM real quick. And then boom, let's go. Let's get this. Let's get your physique right. everything, mindset, all that. We tap in, get you just feeling A1, just feeling your absolute best. That's my mission and my goal. And I want to make it for anybody that's struggling and doesn't feel their absolute best. I want you to feel your fucking best, like literally. And you can do it. Anybody can.
Yeah. Yeah. Amen. Nick, man, I love your energy. Thank you for opening up. Send my best to Long Island.
100%. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Same to you in Kansas.
Yes, sir.
Missouri.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
100%. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Take care.